All right, what's up, y'all? We're gonna be checking out the old 46 with X Nyx lads. Got the gaming blind, and then just from the whole gaming blind from the old 46 to Nyxladd and the gaming blind, and then we go with the direct music video. So we got the direct music video, especially from the whole gaming blind, especially with this one right here, because this one I did see a little bit of the preview, and this one had a little shuffle to it and everything else too. But especially from the whole Nick's lad and the 046, because they always have that whole thing to it. But they came in with the game ain't blind.
Scissors, paper, rock.
Get your ass in there, you boy!
Hey, Baba, you really know what the fuck Hey, run that shit up, man.
Paper, rock, scissors. That's how we were starting it too. They already had something, man. Especially with that shuffle, that A. But hey, they be playing their part, especially with the whole thing. Like the whole video just be already played, like it just be played, like already. But hey, especially with this right here, especially with them paper rock scissors, especially how everything else goes, you land on it.
Scissors, paper, rock.
Get your ass in there, you boy!
Hey, Baba, you really know what the fuck Hey, run that shit up, man.
Like, is you real or not? Picture perfect. I gotta keep it G. I know they want my place, yeah. I know they wanna bury me. Fake all in my face, but these girls, she wanna marry me. Look what we become, we unstoppable. It's just another track with the bros, get it proper though. Proper.
Look what we became. It's unstoppable. Hey, everything else too. Especially how they just started it too. Really with this, they started with their own like little gameplay. Especially how everything else is like they already got. Man, they got the whole balloons and everything else too. Like, man, this one right here with a shuffle. They came with a whole shuffle, especially with the whole thing. But I know I missed a little bit of those bars too. Man, this one right here, like the whole thing just moving on.
I gotta keep it G. I know they want my place, yeah. I know they wanna bury me. Fake all in my face, but these girls, she wanna marry me. Look what we become, we unstoppable. It's just another track with the bros, get it proper though. Proper on the shadow, people really show the real them. Almost got lost, but that energy we fell off. I gotta focus on the future, but some things I dwell on.
Hey, green boy, I'm tapped in.
Almost got lost, but that energy we fell off. I gotta focus. Back with the bros, get it proper though. Proper on the shadow, people really show the real them. Almost got lost, but that energy we fell off. I gotta focus on the future, but some things I dwell on.
Gotta focus on the future. Everything else too. Hey, a lot of stuff fell off. Hey, everything else too with the shadows too. Hey, everything else too with the proper. Especially from the proper, like, hey, everything else too. Especially how you got everything else moving proper. So, hey, that's the whole thing. Especially how the whole bar is coming like looping.
Lost, but that energy we fell off. I gotta focus on the future, but some things I dwell on.
Hey, green boy, I'm tapped in. It's back street still backed in. Dusting off my TNs and sacking up my trackies. Came out at the whole lot screaming bingo. 46 Proctor, dreaming at that second story window. Cool kids, we doorstep them cool kicks. Coming back to class and flashing runners to the school kids. Phone calls home, I was ready for the bullshit. Mummy gave the beating, really had me feeling foolish. We was in the dark, to the light, it was tough. Never was a star, we was diamonds in the rough. Don't talk about the dirt if you ain't got it at the mud. All my guided bodies with it, don't be stepping with my trust. Don't fuss, don't touch.
Well, this life ain't always what it seems like. It feels wrong, but then again it feels right. This life ain't always what it seems like. It feels wrong, but then again it feels right.
Don't be falling for that shit that you see on the TV. They chatting more shit than the coppers, but they're from the same side, reading all the same lines. So every man that you acting better for an Oscar. They got the same boss, so they make the same dosh. This life ain't what it seems, you gotta get it how you live it. Shit like
This life ain't what it seems. You gotta get it how you live it. Especially with everything else too. Especially how they having the whole thing. They got the crossroad and everything else too. Man, they came real proper with this. Because how everything else is seeming. Man, and they got everything else labeled, like the pictures and stuff like that too. And then they got the stuff on the bottom just labeled. So this one right here, this one just got the whole thing. But hey, it ain't always what it seems like. Hey, especially with that. When I heard that, I was like, man, that's really how it is.
Shit than the coppers, but they're from the same side, reading all the same lines. So every man that you acting better for an Oscar. They got the same boss, so they make the same dosh. This life ain't what it seems, you gotta get it how you live it. Shit don't come for free, you gotta make it fucking happen. I turn all these scars into stars, ain't the Lord. I throw it all away when there's time and he calls. Us to go together like a plug in the war. He's too fast for battles and we winning every war. He got better plans for you, so they're like a plug in the war. He's too fast for battles and we winning all the way when there's time and he calls. Us to go together like a plug in the war. He's too fast for battles and we winning every war. He got better plans for you, so they're
What? Winning every war, I still go together like it was a plug on the wall. Oof. I know y'all heard that, especially with everything else. I still go together, even like it was a plug on the wall. And then they got the whole moon thing going on here too. That's shady to see the whole thing, especially coming from the whole shadow side and everything. So this one got like a little buzz to it and everything else. How everything else was just being real on it.
plug in the war. He's too fast for battles and we winning every war. He got better plans for you, so don't argue with the Lord.
Well, this life ain't always what it seems like. It feels wrong, but then again it feels right. This life ain't always what it seems like. It feels wrong, but then again it feels right.
Everything ain't what it seems to be. I know a lot of people rapping, talking stuff, but they won't go to length. I had it rough when I was growing up, so if you look at me, I'm not a pretty cunt. My father gave us hell, so I can't be no poser. I cross my heart and pray to God. Yeah, he separate me from the fake energy that I call off. This is hoping that I'll be okay, or if I fall off. I got that pepper in my step, never been up in the wind, but been the
And I got that pepper in my step. Hey, especially with that, can never separate me from the fake. Hey, especially from the whole thing. I see what it's coming to, especially with that. Like the lyrics be having everything to it, and especially with it just started and with off too hair braided and everything else too. So hey, especially with this one got like a different type of zone, just zone flick like.
So if you look at me, I'm not a pretty cunt. My father gave us hell, so I can't be no poser. I cross my heart and pray to God. Yeah, he separate me from the fake energy that I call off. This is hoping that I'll be okay, or if I fall off. I got that pepper in my step, never been up in the wind, but been the steppers when I've read. Now you can't fuck with me, I put them on the bed like a lullaby. Come back to the shack, get disqualified. Me on any beat, that's a homicide. Us we back together, that's a genocide.
Well, this life ain't always what it seems like. It feels wrong, but then again it feels right. This life ain't always what it seems like. It feels wrong, but then again it feels right. It's alright. It's
They put a hell of a work on this too, especially with everything else too. I just noticed that too. And on the board it says green line. So hey, they put a hell of a board on this. Especially how everything else went, cause it really just came from there. Especially from the beginning, like how he was just playing his part and everything else too. Man, this one really had like a different destruction.
life ain't what it seems like, but then again it feels so real.
Hey, I like their hypeness though. Especially with that, like you gotta bring that towards that, but especially from the old 46 to Nyxladd, I feel like they just went from this and just went past this and everything else too. Especially from the game ain't blind. So the game ain't blind most definitely, because this one right here tell it all. And just from the old 46 and how they just like they can't be separated. Like, they just be doing their thing, and you gotta give that condonance and everything else too. Especially with them, because they really just be having the whole thing just coming and everything else too. Especially how they be making everything seem. They be making everything seem so malictic and everything else too. But especially from the Game Ain't Blind. So, especially from this one right here, from Nyxladd to the old 46. Especially coming in with this. But if you guys didn't like this, make sure you guys comment and like.